In Introduction to Sustainable Engineering, the first module covers the topic sustainability, the need and concept of sustainability, then sustainable development, major challenges of sustainable development, then clean development mechanism, then some of the Environmental Protection Act established in India. So first of all, sustainability. Sustainability, it's an ability to avoid the depletion of the natural resources in order to maintain ecological balance. So we know that it's not just an easy task, it's a big social challenge, and we know that in today's world the technology is improving and we are using it to improve our standard of living, but at the same time there is environmental exploitation. So how we can reduce the environmental exploitation, and we can use at the same time we can use the technology to improve the standard of living. So both should be done in a proper way for a better future. So that is discussed in sustainability. So next is pillars of sustainability. The pillars of sustainability, it consists of 3 pillars. That is, first one is the economic sustainability, second one is the social sustainability, and the third one is environmental sustainability. So these 3, the economic, social and environmental system, should be maintained in a proper manner. Then only we can say that sustainability is established. First of all, economic sustainability. So economic sustainability, it points out that the gap between rich and poor should be reduced, or it should be eliminated in order to have economic sustainability. So this economic sustainability, it gives emphasis to economic growth. So economic growth means there should be an improvement in our quality of living, as well as at the same time we should also protect the environment. So protection of environment along with the growth, both are important for us for a better future. So these both should be established or done in a proper manner to have economic sustainability. So what are the measures by which we can improve the economic sustainability? First one is unemployment rate. We should reduce the unemployment rate by giving more employment opportunities to the people. Second one is distribution of income. There should be a fair distribution of income in our society. Next is sectoral distribution of jobs, and the last one is distribution of housing, etc. That means there should be a fair distribution of housing and other important living conditions to the people. Then only the economic gap between rich and poor will be reduced, and a better economic condition will be established in our society. So these are the major measures that should be taken in order to improve the economic sustainability. Next one is social sustainability. So social sustainability gives more importance to fair distribution of social resources. That means all the earth resources should be equally available to everyone in this earth. So it will emphasize social relationship and also access to social resources. So that means the core idea behind social sustainability is to improve the quality of life and to increase the growth, and also to establish equality in the society. So in this way we can improve the social sustainability. Then what are the measures by which we can know whether social sustainability is established or not? And they are known as the social elements, that include the protection of human rights, protection of human health, child mortality, food security, fair and equal access to information and knowledge. So these are the major social elements of sustainability. So next one is environmental sustainability. So from the word itself, it's very much clear that it's something related to environment. Yes, environment sustainability is very much important in the present situation, because there is a lot of environmental exploitation taking place in nowadays. So in order to reduce that, environmental sustainability is a key factor. So in today's world we are improving our life by using new technologies, but at the same time if we are studying the qualitative and quantitative changes in water, land and other resources, it's very much clear that we are exploiting our environment. So this must be reduced, or this must be eliminated. Then only we will be having a better future. So there is very much need of environmental sustainability. Then what are the ways by which we can measure that environmental sustainability is established? They are known as environmental indicators. So this include percentage of agricultural land, percentage of using public transportation, tons or the amount of waste generated annually, percentage of recycling program promoted. These are some of the ways by which we can measure whether environmental sustainability is established or not. They are known as environmental indicators. Next topic is sustainable development. What do you mean by sustainable development? Sustainable development is an ideology in which development is promoted in such a way that everyone is able to satisfy his need by preserving the resources for the future generation. So, for a long-term run, sustainable development is very much needed, because if we are using resources in an uncontrolled manner, there will be no resource for the future generation. So, sustainable development emphasizes that people should use resources in a proper way by protecting them for the future generation. So, how we can promote sustainable development? So, sustainable development can be promoted in different ways. So, we are going to discuss some of the ways. First one is to promote educational activities and awareness. So, we should give proper education regarding the sustainable development, and also awareness programs should be promoted. So, in this way, we can give the people a proper idea about sustainable development. Next one is the 3R approach: reduce, reuse, recycle. This is the 3R approach. We should promote this 3R approach in order to establish and to improve sustainable development. Next is appropriate technology. So nowadays there are a lot of technologies are coming up. So we should use proper technologies. That means without exploiting nature, we should use technologies in a proper manner in order to promote sustainable development. Next one is utilize resources as per carrying capacity of the environment. So there is a limit. There are abundance for each and every resources. So we should have an idea about how much resource is present in our earth. So by keeping that in mind, we should use resources in a proper manner without exploiting them and preserving them for the future generation. So these are the some of the ways by which we can promote the sustainable development. So next one is technology and sustainable development. How we can use technology to promote sustainable development. So we know that the technology is used by as to improve the standard of our living, but at the same time the environment is also destroyed. So both these environmental degradation will truly affect us in our future. So we should avoid that. So how we can use technology in a proper way to improve the sustainable development, that is discussed in the coming session. So first of all, we should conserve the natural capital. We are having a lot of natural resources, so we should use them in a proper manner without exploiting them. That is a major thing that we should keep in mind by using the natural resources. Next one, we should give more importance to renewable energy sources, so that it's having a regenerating capacity. So even if we are using them, it will get replenished and it will be available for the future generation. So rather than giving more importance to non-renewable energy resources, we should give more importance to renewable energy resources. So first we will be checking about the agricultural technology. So in agricultural technology, we can use local natural resources. Then we can use indigenous plants and animals. Then we can take measures to improve soil fertility. Then agricultural land can be given with proper water facilities. Then the farmers can be provided with the better modernized equipments in order to increase the productivities. These are the way by which we can improve the agricultural technology to develop environmental sustainability. Next one is, in case of energy technologies, we can also use more efficient pumps, more efficient biomass stoves, and we can give more importance to renewable energy resources. These are the some of the ways that can be implemented in energy technologies in order to establish sustainability. Then in case of environmental technologies, we can use more efficient and clean form of energy resources and material by reducing waste generation. So in this way, if we are using energy and as well as materials in a proper way by reducing the waste production, it will truly help us. And we can also reduce pollution rate, and also more efficient methods of waste treatment technologies can be established to improve the sustainability. So in this way, environmental technologies can be developed. Next one is, what are the major challenges of sustainable development? First one is the misconception about sustainable development. So people are not having a proper idea about sustainable development. So first of all, the people should be given a proper idea. This can be done by providing them proper education, and also awareness programs can be conducted so that people will get a proper idea about what you mean by sustainable development. Second one is poverty. So major cause of poverty is unemployment. So government can do some, or they can improve some policies, or they can implement some policies so that people are provided with more job opportunity. So as a result we can reduce poverty. Then corruption should be reduced in our society, then only there will be a proper development for the society. Next one is high cost of tapping renewable energy resources. We know that renewable energy resources is very much important for us for a sustainable development. So but the major limitation of these renewable energy resources is their initial cost of implementation. So as a result, many of the people are they are unable to establish renewable energy resources in their working condition. So government must implement policies, or they should provide incentives and loans. So as a result, many people will be able to use renewable energy resources. Next one is unsustainable urbanization. So development of urban areas must take place in a proper manner by protecting the environment. So these are some of the major challenges of the sustainable development. These challenges should be overcome by us in order to have a proper sustainable development. So next one is environment protocols. So environmental protocol, it's an agreement between two or more nations regarding environmental objectives. For example, like World Climate Conference, then United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, there is Kyoto Protocol regarding the climatic change. These are the major environmental protocols. Next is CDM, that is Clean Development Mechanism. So this Clean Development Mechanism, it is a key component of Kyoto Protocol, which was an environmental protocol regarding climatic change. So in this its main idea is this common but differentiated responsibility. So what do you mean by common but differentiated responsibility? That is development nations. So in developed nations there are so much of carbon emission taking place. So in developed nation they should give more importance to reduce the carbon emission than the developing nations. So that idea is emphasized by common but differentiated responsibility. And the carbon emission, it is measured by a unit called offset credit, that is CER, certified emission reduction. 1 CER is equal to 1 ton carbon dioxide. So developed nation it's giving more amount of carbon emission. So this in clean development mechanism, they tells us that the developed nation should give more importance to reduce the carbon emission than the developing nations. Next one is the major environmental acts in India. So in India there are more than 200 environmental laws. Some of them are the Indian Forest Act 1927, Wild Protection Act 1972, Water Act 1974, Air Act 1981, Forest Conservation Act 1980. These are some of the environmental laws established in India. So these are the major topics covered in module 1. Thank you.